what's going on? It's Greg here from Kinobody.com, and right now it looks like I won't need these glasses, so fantastic. I've been trying the Starbucks dark roast coffee. It's actually really fucking good. It's my favorite. But actually the reason I want to do this video is because I want to talk about reverse dieting, and I want to kind of lay my thoughts onto you. I get asked a lot if reverse dieting is something that is necessary, because a lot of people in the fitness industry talk about it, and the reality is it's not necessary. You see, what happens is when someone finishes a cut and they get to their goal level of leanness, they want to usually maintain that new look. But the problem is a lot of times they gravitate back to their usual way of eating, which invites overconsumption of calories. So what happens is when people get to their goal, they usually start to undo a lot of that progress because they get too relaxed. They stop tracking their calories and their macros. They no longer have designated eating times, because on a cut you should probably plan meal 1, meal 2, a snack, whatever it is. But then when people finish cutting, they'll usually just eat when they want, and all of a sudden they're starting to eat at a surplus. So I think reverse dieting came about because people thought that, oh, you know, I just finished a cut, I can't eat more, or I can't increase my calories too much, or I'll gain fat. No, the reality is, if you're eating at maintenance, you're not going to gain fat. That implies that you're basically all the calories you expended are met. So there's no way in which at maintenance you can gain fat. It's just the law of thermodynamics. That said, it's really easy to overeat your calories. So what I would suggest is, after you finish a cut, maintain the positive habits that you built during your cut. So a lot of times when people are on a cut, they'll only eat when they're on their designated meal times. They'll track their calories and their macros. They'll focus on eating foods that are satisfying and filling, and so forth. So try and continue to do those, continue those habits. Track your calories and macros. Have a little meal plan in place. Of course, you'll have more calories to work with after a cut, because you're not trying to lose weight, you're just trying to maintain your weight. But if you maintain those positive habits, it's really easy to stay lean. That's why I always do intermittent fasting. Even when I'm not dieting, I do intermittent fasting. It just makes life so enjoyable because I can eat huge meals and stay lean. So the premise, now let's talk about what reverse dieting is. So reverse dieting is, let's say you're someone that has a maintenance of 2,600 calories, and so you're eating 2,000 calories on your cut. Well, so reverse dieting would mean that over the course of several weeks, you gradually build up your calories back to maintenance. So instead of just going from 2,000 to 2,600, you'd go up to 2,100 for the first week. Then maybe you might go up to 2,200, 2,300, and then you gradually push that that intake higher. And that's not even like, that's crazy, because that whole time, let's say you get to your goal body fat, that whole time you're continuing to eat at a deficit. If you really want to get things back to normal, if you really want to put on some muscle, bring up testosterone, bring up leptin, you should bring yourself back into maintenance a lot sooner. So what I would recommend is find your new maintenance calories. So let's say in the last 2 weeks of that diet, you saw about a pound of fat loss per week. Well, that means that you're at about a 500 calorie deficit. So instead of going up to 2,600, maybe just go up to 2,500. Stay there, track the calories and macros, continue the fasting, continue the positive habits you develop, eating good solid foods that keep you full. And what will happen is you'll probably look fucking better, because you're eating more, so you're gonna have, your workout's gonna be better, you're gonna have more glycogen in the muscles, which will make you look fuller, and yes, your weight will go up. If you're eating more, you're gonna hold more water, you're gonna hold more glycogen, you might regain some muscle. So expect the weight to come up, but it's not gonna continue to go up. It might go up a few. This is probably why also people do reverse dieting, because when they eat at maintenance, they see that weight go up 3 to 5 pounds in a few days. Well, that's normal, that's to be expected, but it's not gonna continue going up. It's gonna basically plateau. So although there is one aspect of reverse dieting that I do like, and that's the whole idea of trying to bring up your maintenance calories. So try to increase your body's energy expenditure. You see, when you diet to really, really low levels of body fat, there can be an adaptation component. And by that I mean that your body can start to conserve energy a bit more, because we're wired for survival. We still have the same genetic code as our hunter-gatherer ancestors that went through periods of food shortages. So when you lose a lot of fat mass, there is some signaling going on that your body needs to start to conserve energy so it doesn't fucking die. And so for that reason, one cool thing you can do is, after a cut, your maintenance might be impaired. But that's okay, because we're tracking maintenance based on how much you're losing. So if the last 2 weeks you lost 2 pounds, on 1 pound on average per week, that means you're at a 500 calorie deficit. So that's your new maintenance, but that might be impaired. In fact, your maintenance probably should be higher. You probably want to get your maintenance higher than what it was when you finished your cut. So for that reason, start at your new maintenance, okay? And stay there for a couple weeks, and then try and push it. Try and like push it afterwards. So you're skipping that bullshit phase. It's the reverse dieting. The first month or so, getting back to your new maintenance is kind of unnecessary. Just go to your new maintenance and then start to bring up the calories after that. So stay at your new maintenance for about 2 weeks, and then if you want to, and you want to try and experiment, try and bring up your calories 100 and track your waist. Make sure your waist isn't going up. And that said, if you're going from a cut to maintenance, your waist might go up a bit because you got more water, more glycogen, more food content. So expect your waist to go up, although you should look just as lean, if not sharper, from more glycogen. So basically, the only component of reverse dieting I like is basically gradually increasing calories once you're at your new maintenance. So don't go from like, once you're at your goal, don't start continuing to eat at a smaller deficit. It's unnecessary. If you're eating at maintenance, you won't gain fat. I have a really good bonus for you guys. It's right here. It's the Kinobody guide to going from a cut to maintenance. So how to find your new maintenance and all that. You can download it for free right there. That will show you how to finish dieting, how to maintain your new goal weight. So basically, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions, comment below. Make sure if you found this useful, then like this video. And if you know someone that actually might also find it useful, send it to them. I'm trying to really grow this channel and help more and more people. And the better response that I get from you guys, the more videos I'm going to put out. So yeah, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to download your free bonus, and I will talk to you soon. And hey guys, like, you know what, a lot of these videos are just my advice, and it's probably going to work amazing. But if you, for example, if you like reverse dieting and that's what works for you, then go for it, because I'm not here to say anything is completely fucking wrong. If it's easier for you to gradually increase those calories after a diet than to go right to maintenance, then do that. But the reality is the best approach that I would recommend, especially if your goal is to build a great physique, then find that new maintenance right away. Skip those several weeks of all that noise. And the reality is like, I want to push people away from getting obsessed with numbers. I want to push people away from getting obsessed with tracking calories and macros and tracking every last thing. So the idea that you're like tracking everything to the T and increasing it by like 100 calories every week, or whatever it is, 20 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat, like the fact that you're trying to track everything so specific is just insane. Like, it's like, come on, it just takes a lifestyle out of it, right? Like, how can you, it's like a full-time job to like track it so precisely. So I would just say, it's just, you know, bring up those calories to the new maintenance and just try and eat around that and ballpark it and enjoy your new physique. Enjoy having fun, enjoy life, because being obsessed with the numbers and like trying to measure everything to the T is kind of, it's fine in the beginning when you're getting things going, but it's not what you want to be doing for the rest of your fucking life. You want to be able to just throw the scale away and just eyeball it and look fucking fantastic. I don't use my scale anymore. I don't use my Net Diary or my Fitness Pal, because I put in that work and I just eyeball it. So if I was doing a cut, and let's say I'm on a cut right now because I kind of relaxed for a little bit and I got myself up to about maybe close to 9% body fat, 8.5, 9%. I want to get back down to 7. So when I finish my cut, and I'll probably do about 2,000, 2,200 calories per day. When I finish my cut, I'm not going to go 2,300, 2,400 the next week, then 2,500. I'm probably just going to push it up to about 2,500, 2,600, and I'll stay there for a couple weeks. And then if I want to put on more muscle and if I want to try and ramp that up, then I'll start increasing a bit from there. But yeah, that's all I wanted to leave you with. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as I said before, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it, like it, and all that jazz. Bye-bye!